It can hide itself? Amazing!
Bullseye! Lightning condensed! Thunderblade! A chain between heaven and earth. Lightning! A wailing banshee of steel!
Ready to go! Far enough!
Not on my watch! Here's another! This one's mine! One last one! I never miss! Whoa! Hey! One at a time! A chain between heaven and earth. A wailing banshee of steel!
Pieces! Attack time! Can't get out of this!
Into the shadows! One more!
Ignite!
Take that!
I can carve through armor!
Please now! We're not going together! Take that! More with that!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara! Spread!
I have no limits! You're mine!
Seismic rupture! Captivity!
I'll heal you all! Go get it! Art expert, coming through!
I think I'm coming down with something good.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Let me free you of your power! Power surges through! I'm ready!
More! Look sharp! Lightning Thunderblade!
Well, looky here!
This one will be difficult to predict.
Not today!
Elusive deity!
Here's another!
Can't get out of this!
You're mine!
They may look cute and stuff, but they're vicious! The flashing part's their weak point! Radiant, go here! Bullseye! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! A chain between heaven and earth! A wailing... Don't mind if I do!
The enemy wields art too.
You'll soon see about that! You get the gist! In here!
Now! Freely!
Take it down! One more! Whoa! Hey! One at a time!
Is that a healing art? It is. I can't ignore the pain. No, I'll try to be more careful.
Ready and ready!
You! Crush!
Sleep now!
Keep charging us!
That's
You
where my
picked the
shield
wrong fight!
Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Will this help? Whoa! Hey! One at a time!
Double team!
Here's another! This one's mine! I never miss!
I owe you one.
Outstanding form!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
Bullseye! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Close one! Hear my call!
I have no limits!
Rain down!
No further!
The fluidity of your movements
This
are
one's
simply
mine.
incredible.
Freeze Lancer!
I can carve through armor!
Rising Weather!
Denied!
Meteor storm!
I'm ready! More! Hey! Blow them away!
Here's a heal with the mark!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Glacial
Here
Steel!
goes!
That'll bring you down!
Take
You're
that!
mine!
Bullseye! Do it! Dance in the wind! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting. The Zoogles here are putting up a real fight.
That just goes to show how important this place is.
Or perhaps they simply thrived freely here under such harsh conditions.
I don't give a damn why they're here. We'll burn it all to the ground.
The astral energy here is so dense. It's like trying through water.
I know the Great Spirit's will is in the center of Rena, but with the world in this state, the entire planet has become its body, right? So doesn't that mean we're already inside it?
I would say that is, after all, the further we climb, the denser the astral energy becomes.
What's the matter, Rinwell? Are you not feeling all right?
No, it's nothing like that. It just feels like the energy here is a little more intense than it was before.
You mean Rena's energy?
Yeah, it's like when I made contact with Dana's will in the wedge. It's almost as though I can understand what Rena's will is thinking.
But Rena's will is supposed to be a lot stronger. Aren't we risking the Great Spirit controlling us if we interact with it directly?
I don't think we have to worry about that. Rena's will is only supposed to control true Renans, like the Helganquil. If we can discern what the Great Spirit is thinking too, we might learn something, a weakness. But just to be safe, let me contact it alone.
Are you insane? Rinwell, you're gonna...
Linwell!
There was only meant to be one world. And your goal is to make them one. Is this fear? What just happened?
Are you all right? Rinwell? Rinwell, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I think.
What were you thinking? You could have gotten yourself killed!
He's right. You had us all terrified, Rinwell.
I'm sorry. I really am. But I know now. I know how the Great Spirit thinks. I know what it wants, how it feels. Rena's Great Spirit wants to complete the world.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying it's trying to make something?
Yes, exactly. Originally, Dana and Rena were meant to be one world. But that never happened. They've stayed separated, and the Great Spirit wants to finish the process.
What do you mean, one world? How is that even possible?
I don't know, but its will is clear. That's what the Great Spirit is trying to accomplish. The only problem is that since Rena's energy isn't evenly spread like Dana's, it seems like it'll vanish before that happens naturally.
So it's trying to absorb Dana while it still can, so that it can force the two planets to unite. Is that what you're saying?
The Great Spirit is scared. But it's not scared the way a rational person would be. It's more raw and undiluted, like just pure fear.
Like an animal, acting out of instinct. Although admittedly, an animal would be easier to communicate with. At the very least, I have my doubts that it recognizes us as sentient beings with a reason for coming here. Earth, water, fire, and wind energy exist in both worlds, but only darkness and light can be found within Rena and Dana, respectively. The Renis Alma, as far as we know, the only host capable of harvesting the astral energy, is composed of all six. Knowing all that, Rinwell's findings do sound plausible.
That sounds a lot like Shion's thorns, doesn't it? The whole reason the Great Spirit is trying to unite Dana and Rena into one world is in order to save itself. And if her thorns are part of the Great Spirit, then they must also be trying to save themselves?
Alphen, what is it?
We thought the only way to free your thorns was for you to die. Yet despite that, they seem to be doing everything in their power to stop that from happening to you. Something wasn't adding up. But then I just realized something. If the Great Spirit doesn't want to die, then neither would your thorns. Those same emotions, that fear, that determination, and its energy must have been the same thing that was keeping you alive. You were its vessel.
In that case, is that why her thorns caused so much pain to anyone who touched her? Because they were trying to protect themselves?
If that's all true, then... well, it's more than a little ironic.
The Great Spirit merely expresses its desires. I imagine it was the Helganquil who were likely tasked with putting together and implementing an actual plan.
Shion.
I'm okay. We need to hurry and clean this mess up before it gets out of hand.
Still, even if the current state of the world is wrong like you said, does that really make everything okay?
If the world had been whole from the start, as it should have been, there'd be no Dana and no Rena, no masters or slaves, no lords, no crown contest, maybe just peace.
To think, all this started because of the Great Spirit's desire to keep living. The only reason it craves energy is because it's dying from starvation. When you think about it like that, maybe the things it's done aren't so strange after all.
If Rena had been more like Dana, things would have worked out a whole lot better.
It's like Hevrecht 35 told us. The Danan and Renan spirits are meant to be completely different beings.
Rena's energy amassing in one place led to its developing a powerful will. But that also made it crave energy, sapping Rena dry until it perished.
Whereas Dana's energy is dispersed, meaning its will never developed to the same extent. And without that hunger, Dana the planet was spared.
As for which is correct, well, I'm not sure it's our place to even say. Still, I can't help but think it reminds me a lot of the dichotomy of the human condition.
Dichotomy? What do you mean?
Those who know not satisfaction are driven to keep devouring without limit. But those who are content with their lot in life rarely fulfill their potential. I imagine it's likely that the larger Rena's Great Spirit grew, the more and more powerful its hunger also became.
Everything in moderation. When all's said and done, maybe that's the hardest thing for people to learn.
Be a delicious piece of cake.
Stay calm.
Sleep now.
I shall provide assistance.
Here's
Onward, the double demon blast!
Take that!
No further!
Full sacrifice! Alright! Do it!
Destruction! Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclo! Here I go! Hit burn! Radiant take that! Let's do it!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
I never miss! Here's another!
Shion!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! A merry distraction!
There's still more to go! Here's another! Do it!
Shion!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Only the best materials in your garments.
You really do have quite the discerning eye, Dohalim.
Yeah. They all kind of look the same to me.
Dispose of the trash.
Resonate with the earth! Can't get out of this!
Not in your dreams! Shoot them out of the sky!
Double demon fang!
One more!
Rising wyvern!
Exploit the enemy's weakness!
Show you what my
dirt.
art can do! Here's another! Bullseye! Raging cascade!
Anything in armor is all mine! Now you see what I can do!
Eternal devastation!
Lightning! Downfall! By the power
No
of
dawn shall break this night! No further! Nothing gets by me! Denied! Alright! Down!
Lightning condensed! Thunderblade! A chain between heaven and earth! Mega Ray! Annihilation! Raging cascade! Flame! Reload! Sleep now! Hold on to your heart! Spear! Here I come! Evil!
The enemy wields arts too!
You'll soon see about that! Bullseye! Up and at it! Let's go! Ha! Lunar corruption!
Execution! Bathed blood! Rending bloody highway! In a bind!
Here goes! Seven-Eye Aqua! One more! Lightning condensed! Thunderblade! A chain between heaven and earth! Here's the evil! Flame Cleanser! Don't mind if I do! Dance in the wind! It's air!
You picked the wrong fight!
Ready to break!
Mine!
I'm ready!
Elfin! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Wherever we go on this planet, there are machines littered everywhere.
It's impressive to look at as a bystander, but I sure wouldn't want to live here with all of this around.
I know what you mean. There are no fish here. I couldn't cook any of my delicious dinners for you all if we lived here.
Clearly... the worst point against it.
Let's dispose of the trash.
I'll smash you!
Here goes! One careful! It has some kind of camouflage! Here goes! One more!
What in the world?
Dohalim!
I'm all right.
Dance in the wind!
Still standing.
A chain between heaven and earth! Glacial spear! Here's a wailing beauty of a freeze lancer!
Heal my weary companion!
And here goes! Not on my watch! Ha! Go
Time to
forward!
let it rip!
Rising wyvern! Bullseye!
Soaring left spear!
Take this!
Demon
I
fang!
can carve through armor! In a bind?
Double demon fang! I'll burn it all! Flaming pillar! Fire! Swallow blade! Slash!
Here goes! Healing go!
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry.
I never miss! Light astral energy!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Came between heaven and earth. A wailing beast. Here's
Let me
help.
free you of your power.
Leave the enemy's arc to me.
No complaints here!
I'll be saving this
Burn
one.
in hell!
Do it! Sion, astral energy, full throttle! I've never seen so many bullseyes.
I couldn't have done it without you.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
I'll smash you!
Demon Fang!
In a bind?
Here goes! This is gonna need all of us together!
Resonate with you!
Raging cascade! Go for the weak point!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
One more! Flame of fury! Bullseye! Raging cascade! Magic is Here goes!
Blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Lightning Orb! Where are you going?
Nothing gets by me.
Take this! I can carve through armor!
Not on my watch!
Rising Wyvern!
Can't get out of this!
Outstanding form. It's weakened.
You get the gist.
This ends now!
Salute the deity!
Begin! Close one! Annihilation!
No dawn shall break
Double
this
Demon
night.
Fang!
Lunar blast!
Demon
Here
Fang!
goes!
Double Demon
Take
Fang!
that! Radiant! I will handle it! Far enough!
Glacial spear.
Seal! Here's evil! I'll be saving your cleanser!
Demon Fang! This one's mine!
Here's an annihilation!
I'll smash you!
Here goes!
Can't get out of this!
Double Demon Fang!
Bullseye! Alright! It's showtime! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Purge malevolence! This one's mine!
Here I come!
Not in your dreams!
No art to being interrupted.
One more!
Dance on the wind.
Rising Wyvern!
One more!
Bloody
Here goes! Hear my watch!
Behold! The Earth pulse! Tectonic vision!
Here goes!
Thrilling performance.
One more! One last one! Purge malevolence! Blah blah blah! Magic! Seal! Get on in there with them!
No further!
One more! Bullseye!
Denied!
Whoa! Hey! One at a time!
Knock it into next week!
Purge malevolence!
Soaring blast!
Eternal
Freeze
devastation!
Lancer! Blah blah blah! And
Nice work!
came between heaven and earth! A wailing divine!
Breath of life! Heal my weary companion! Cure!
Bullseye! Lightning condemned! Art expert coming through! Here goes! Here! I never miss! Blah blah blah!
Now we're not in a bind!
Blah blah blah!
Finish it!
Elton! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Leave the charges to me!
It'll body slam us into next week! One last one! Lightning again! Flame of fury! Thunderblade! A chain between heaven and earth! Here's evil! A wailing beauty of lightning in here! Let's get you off the way! Here!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Ready, you're mine! Mega Ray! Watson! Here's another! Annihilate!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll heal you all!
This one's mine!
Shattering healing pieces! Attack time! Bullseye!
Sorry,
Dance in the wind!
You do the same for me.
A chain between heaven and earth! A wailing
No further!
I'm ready! Mega Ray! Far enough! By the power of Radiant Spear!
Will that help? Bloody howling! This one's mine!
One last one! Healing Circle! Raging Cascade!
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry.
I'll do better.
Arch Field! Lunar Not on my watch! Take that! One last one! Magic is there! Thunderblade! I take you get the death! Shattering pieces! Blah blah blah! Air thrust!
Take this!
Blah blah blah!
You're mine!
Sleep now!
This one's mine!
More for the do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Elfin!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you! Where was that came from?
You got the wrong
Here's
fight!
evil! Blah blah blah! Far enough! Freeze Blazer! You get the gist! Air thrust! The pain between heaven and earth! A wind sweep now! They're not playing around! Let me show you what my art can do! Come get it! Go for it!
Can't get out of this!
First alright! It's showtime! Thunderblade!
Try this!
Damn it! Bullseye!
Burn in hell!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! I don't even know the word defeat.
Bloody
A wailing beauty of lightning! Here goes! One more! One last one!
Thank you for the healing, Dohalim.
Our combat.
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Lightning orb! One more! Far enough! Go again!
You must be tired of healing me.
I'm merely doing what I can.
Between heaven and
Drive
earth.
her on up.
I'm ready!
Neon, astral energy! Full throttle!
So I still had room to grow.
Out of our way!
I can carve through armor! Bending you apart!
Will this help?
Double demon fang!
Take that! It's a duel of the arts!
Damn it! I'm ready!
Neon, astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory! Naturally! That'll bring you down! Bullseye! You're right! It's
I need something.
You need to be healed!
How the mighty have fallen.
Don't mind if I do! Here goes!
Embrace
Take that!
Try this!
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
No complaints here!
In here!
Demon fang!
Deny! Take this! I can carve through armor!
Can you touch it? Explosive ring!
Meteor storm! Raging storm! One last one! Up and at 'em! Let's go!
Not today!
One more outstanding form! Here goes! By the power of one last one! Alright! It's showtime! One more! Eat some!
Take this!
Like astral energy! Dance in the wind! I never miss! In here!
Smash you! Dragon Force!
Do it!
Nothing gets
This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash, a merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno! This is the power of the blazing sword! Right, here goes!
I shall ensure you survive this.
This one's all
Forward
mine!
direction! Here goes! Lightning
Not
control!
today!
Water! Mega Thunderblade! Lightning! Chinese supernova!
Finish it!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Far enough!
I'm going to
Severing
use
wing!
all the
Demon
power!
blast!
Raging accomplisher! Hit!
That's
Go
the way!
for it!
On
One
your
last one!
Slash!
By the power of lightning! One last one! Rolling!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around!
Certainly not. In a bind?
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more! That astral energy was incredible!
I gave it everything I had. Hi, Hoodle!
Sonic thrust!
Now you see what I can do.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Take that!
I'll face you.
Double demon fang! You picked the wrong fight!
All disasters made one! I never miss! For the helix of purity!
Ready to go!
Denied!
Rending you up front!
One last one! Lightning condemned! Thunderblade! Between heaven and earth! Oh! Healing circle!
I am not beyond fury.
All
Take
disasters made one! Come forth the helix of purity! Flame of fury burning! Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
Behold, the earth pulse. Tectonic vision.
Ha! Here's another! Hold on to your arc! Here I come! Water! Take that!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara! Healing circle! Here goes!
I'm in your debt.
Bullseye! Lunar blast!
Denied!
A chain between heaven and earth!
Rising
Dance in the wind! Healing circle! Sleep now!
In a bind?
Okay,
Here I take that!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Banana, let's go!
Perhaps now isn't the time?
A chain between heaven and earth!
Take this! It's time to finish this! Die!
Consuming wildfire!
Now you see what I can do.
Here's another! Lightning! Doomful!
Mega Ray! Back into the fray!
Hit! Annihilation! Mega Ray!
Rising Wyvern!
They smite with blackened blade.
Wither! Bullseye!
Burn in hell!
Blah, blah, blah! Execute! Don't
Resonate
mind
with
if I
the
do!
earth.
Do it! Xion! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Step back! This one's all law! So those thorns of Xion's, they're really a part of Rena's great spirit?
Most likely. But only a small fragment of it in the big picture. I don't sense a... will of its own emanating from them.
If it's that insignificant, is there that much point getting rid of it?
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
No further.
Here, let me help.
Falcon!
One last one. Lightning condemned. Thunderblade.
Shattering pieces! Attack time!
Gemini off.
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Here goes. Take that. One last one.
Burn in hell!
Up and at 'em. Let's go. Marksman field.
Come on!
Art field. Not in your dreams. Here goes.
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
No further!
Here goes.
Not to be forgotten.
One more. One last lesson. Hit. Let me help. One last one. All right.
Shattering pieces! Attack time!
Here comes.
Hold on! Ignite!
Go get him. One last one. There. One more.
Time to let it rip!
Here goes. Go get him.
Now we're never...
Can't
get out of this!
One more.
Soaring light spear! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! This one's mine!
Here goes. Not on my watch. Hit. Where are you going? Take that. One last one. Ready to go. Denied.
Rising one!
Is that a healing art?
It is. I can't ignore the pain. I'll try to be more careful.
Heal my weary The flame inside me to be let free! Finish it!
Alphen, this ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen.
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you. Go get him. Bullseye. Raging cascade.
Hurricane thrust!
Dance in the wind. Air thrust. One more. Lunar corruption. Bullseye. Dance in the wind.
Anything in armor is all mine. Now see what I can do.
Go get him. Let the marksman handle this. Take that.
Watch your
One
step.
last one.
Sense incredible power.
Take this!
Here goes. Go get him. Lightning condemned.
Not today!
Thunderblade. No more playing night. A wailing banshee of lightning. Lunar blast. I'm all
In a
stuffed
bind?
up. Divine. In here. I'll be saving this one. One more. One last one. Up and at 'em. Let's go. In here. Get on in. Carry the other.
Anything in armor is all mine. Deity.
One last. Don't mind if I do. Denied. Evil. Go get him. Standing form. More with that kick rod.
Demon Land.
Neon. Astral energy. Full throttle. A flawless victory. Naturally. I'm ready.
Dragon Swarm!
Raging cascade.
You picked the wrong fight!
Can't
get out of this.
By the power of water.
Rising Wyvern!
Thrilling performance.
My astral energy.
Armor won't save you.
Raging cascade.
Resonate with the
Run. Dance in the wind. In here.
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Bullseye. Gemini off. Whoa. Here goes. Not on my watch. I'm ready. Go get it.
Denied.
The fluidity of your
One
movement.
more. In here.
Take this.
Close one.
Sword Ray Alpha!
Here's another one. One last one. Up and at 'em. Let's go. Thunderblade. Chain between heaven and earth.
Ready and ready.
Blending Blast!
Sleep now.
Armor won't save you.
Do it.
Outfit! In an instant! Impact Claw! We're a pretty lethal combination, aren't we?
What can I say? I had a good partner.
I got...
Some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.